Well, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, whatever the case may be for you who that might be watching. This morning, there's some shade. I'm going to sit here and yak at you. This morning I left Richfield, Utah, and did some back trails, got over to Elsinore, and you'll see where my GPS is on that side where I set it off. But coming up I'm on the part of the Piute. The Piute runs all around this area. I'm on the Piute today. I've been on Forest Service roads. This is Trail 112, and we're going to check this out, but so far things have been pretty steep, and looking at my GPS, I'm going to drop a tremendous amount going down this. So it's rated not extreme difficult, but difficult. So we're looking at maybe rocks, but definitely steep. And anyway, it's supposed to start raining anytime late today, and then for 3 days on Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly Thursday. So I may hold up for a little while, a day or two. I may just rough it out. I've got rain gear. It just depends what it's all about. But as I'm going down now, I'm going to be 40 miles from this mountain. I'm going to be starting into the western part of Utah, which is desert, and I'm going to be out of this high, 9, 8, 7,000 feet elevation, and I'm going to be down at I think 49, 52, all the way up to around 5,600, right around there. So a lot lower, but it's desert, and I'll be welcoming the cooler weather. It's kind of sweating that one, no pun intended, but we're looking at one day, I think tomorrow, 70 degrees high. So if the weather is not blasting rain, I may be doing a lot of riding out there in that desert. I don't want to go to Baker right away. I'm going to start cruising around some of that desert area. There's some old mines and things that I've seen on my map I want to check. And me being an old desert rat, don't get me wrong, I love this area here. Don't get me wrong. Look at this. This is crazy beautiful, and the vistas off the Piute is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, this is Piute Trail 112. If you're interested, I've been on it a while now. Came up 105, and then wound through another 4-digit something, and then hit the 112, and so now I'm headed down. I'll hit 106. So over at Elsinore, that's 105. Anyway, I hope I'm not getting you confused, but anyway, get a map. Yeah. So anyway, right now I'm in high 4-wheel drive. I've been having to use some 4-wheel drive here quite a bit, and I'm probably going on this steep side. I'll be using my engine braking, maybe even in low. So let's hit it. Let's go. Quit jibber jabbering. Right off the bat, it's starting down pretty good here, and I'm doing about 6 miles an hour right now, and I'm just using the brake and the engine brake. But okay, here's a good spot right here. As you can see, that valley out there, way off in the distance, that's the western desert of Utah. And looking straight ahead now, there would be Salt Lake, 50, 60, 70 miles that direction. And when this trail ends, I'll be going into Kanosh, Utah, and it's ATV friendly town. I've already talked to several people that ride this area all the time, and because I've ridden over around Marysville, and kind of in a big loop around that area. So this is all new to me, but this is fantastic. But anyway, there's the desert out there. I got to go across that all the way to Nevada. That's just right about 100 miles of travel on desert, but I'm going to probably add 150 to that, doing some side trails. And anyway, we're headed down, and my GPS is right now, I'm at just a hair under 7,700 feet right here where I'm sitting. So, and that valley right there is about right around 5,000. So I'm up around 2,700 feet above that valley floor right there. Okay, I guess I'm just in a talking mood, you know. So anyway, let's get going. I'm going to go ahead and put this in low. This is pretty steep in here, believe it or not. It doesn't look like it, but it is. I don't know if you can hear the engine working hard even in low. And with the Glenn-Levitt clutch, it gives me even more low torque. So right now my steering's real hard. And it's because of all that weight being pushed down on that front steering. And so this is definitely one you'd want to come up in low gear or high gear if you didn't have a load like me. But anyway, my arms are working pretty good right now because the steering is real pulley, hard to turn. Sometimes they get you. A little flat spot here. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed their summer and got a lot of riding in if you can. I know back in the days when I was working full-time, it was uncommon to work 60, 70 hours a week. And you had kids, you had a wife, all sorts of stuff, and house payments, and the riding didn't come very often. I did have dirt bikes back then, but it just they sat in the garage more than they did out on the trail. So, and I was always in management, so I usually work 6 days a week, and that's back when the day when I used to work for the casino industry in Nevada many moons ago. Gave that up and started learning the trade of turning a wrench, and something that I liked from day one. I had a stepfather that was a mechanic, and I always thought it was neat that he could do the things he could do, and then I started tearing things apart. Kind of give me some guidance, and so anyway, long story short, I did that for turning a wrench for about 3 decades. Now there's a creek called Corn Creek that goes through Corn Canyon, so I'm kind of thinking this is Corn Creek. And this time of year, late into September or mid-September, early September, things aren't running as fast as they usually do in the spring, but what a beautiful area to set up a tent, and you can have a little water flow here. But yep, that's what's nice being up in the mountains. You don't see this out in the desert. Alright, you don't need that low gear anymore, so keep it in 4-wheel drive just until we get down to the Forest Service road. those dips get me. Okay, there's a couple trucks up ahead there, nobody around, pulling trailers, so they're out enjoying the trail system today. I like the midweek. Usually don't run into too many people. And the weekend's fine too. I don't mind talking to people, but here comes somebody on the ATV. So, no helmets. See a lot of that. Young couple. There's some more of them out there. We got a Razor side by side, and we got a couple Polarises there. There's one thing about the Piute, you see probably 10 Polarises to anything else. Anyway, I wave at them, and sometimes I stop and talk to people. Okay, now this, as you can see, this is a Forest Service road here, and I'll just kick it out of four-wheel drive here. There we are. We're two-wheel high. It's been really fun to drive around in all the little towns. People at Walmart, and everybody's riding around in ATVs, side-by-sides. There's actually more side-by-sides running around town than ATVs. I ran into one guy and he's got a long wheelbase Polaris, and he pulls a trailer loaded for sleeping in and all that. Man, that thing looked twice the weight of mine. And he admitted he does more of the Forest Service roads, and on occasion, some of the steeper stuff. But he says, "No way am I going to do rock crawling." And I said, "I know what you're talking about, because I gave it up when I went to this. You just can't do it." When I was coming out of that Eagle Canyon, that just about whipped my butt, and I know many of you have already watched the video of me coming out of that thing, and it was like 93 degrees outside. There was absolutely no wind, and man, I was working hard trying to keep this thing, the front end, from coming up, and crawling shelves, crawling over boulders, and it's not a lot of fun when you gotta try to do it all yourself, especially on a hot day. I think I drank 8 bottles of water that day. Yeah, this is open range country down through here. A lot of places you see the cow pies all over the place. So if you don't want to have cow pie on your bike, try to avoid them. Unless you're into hitting cow pies, more power to you.